Back in It'll Make It Clear. It's your host Rob Lowe bringing y'all the Week 17 motherfucking scoreboard. NFL just getting crazier and crazier every day, every week, for real, for real. And we got to bring this news to you. How y'all feeling? Like, what y'all think about these games?
I said it when I came on. Are you not entertained? These joints get strange, and these in the fourth quarter, these joints get strange.
Facts, facts. We definitely gonna get into these games, man. These games been crazy, and the crazy one that just ended, the Chiefs 25-17 over the Bengals. You got to get the Chiefs fan in this jump first. L, what you think, bruh?
Again, are you not entertained? There was no way in the world they was going to lose this game. I mean, the first, see, for some strange reason, and I think because he likes to play it into his ego, he'll go down like a couple of points, never fails, and then somehow he comes out and now not even his fault, but he'll come out slinging. Now, for whatever reason this season, they act like they got butterfingers. I mean, anytime you got a rookie, they got the most yards and definitely most yards out the catch. Second, Tyreek in the entire league. That's something's going on there. Now, outside of him, the only person that wasn't on that offensive team was Juju. Everybody else was there. So there's absolutely no reason why they out there now acting like they can't catch. I mean, y'all been playing this game since I was 6, and you gonna tell me you forgot how to catch now? Cut it out.
That's crazy. What you think, Dom?
I mean, I don't know. It's just something about them this year that seems very beatable. Uh, you said that, of course, they were going to come on top. It wasn't looking good for most of the game. It looked like that quarterback Browning for Cincinnati had a couple of tricks up his end, but I will give it to you guys. Defense, y'all stepped up in the third and fourth. Y'all played real lax the first half, but the third and fourth, y'all did your job. If it was the other quarterback, Burrow,
Well,
different story. Very different story. But you got to beat the teams you got to beat.
Real shit, real shit. What you think, Dizzy?
Um, she said it all pretty much. The Chiefs this year, they look very beatable. They inconsistent. It didn't look too good for y'all, honestly. Uh, a couple plays the other way, and the Chiefs lose this week. I don't. Shout out to y'all for getting that done. Actually, for coming back and battling through all them drops and mishaps. And I mean, at this point, y'all known for being inconsistent this year. We could say so. I give y'all a little more credit for battling back. Mm, yeah, y'all not the Chiefs. Y'all not the Chiefs are old. I'm sorry to say, y'all window might be just just a little out of reach for y'all. Ooh. I don't want to, man.
what I will say is the defense keep keeping us in games. Like I say, they've been playing this game since they was 6. And you mean to tell me y'all just won a Super Bowl in February and come September, y'all don't know how to catch no more? Cut the shit.
Y'all special teams too. They be saving y'all. Shout out to them.
The defense been better than the offense this year, for real, for real. Like, as I was watching the game, I was surprised that that Jake Browning was just like cutting y'all up these first 2, 3 drives. So as I'm watching the game, I'm like, I trust the defense to keep them under 20 more than I trust the offense to get over 20. You feel like this defense going still what they averaging, giving up about 18 points a game. I think that's second best in the league. Can you trust them in the playoffs? Can y'all
Yeah,
win in that style?
mark my words. There will be an Arrowhead Invitational this year.
Y'all might got to go on the road with that bum ass record.
And it's going to be an Arrowhead Invitational.
What seed is y'all right now? Third, fourth?
Third,
Miami lost. Y'all beat them, so y'all probably got a chance at 2. Y'all y'all
we
not
win.
touching Baltimore. We
We
gonna get to
win. We
Baltimore in
win
a
next
second.
week.
Let's leave Baltimore for in a second. But hold up. Let me ask you one more question. You feel like Rice and Pacheco could be 2 playmakers that could get y'all through because they both had 130 plus in this game.
Right. And I don't understand how my man still ain't won an angry run scepter. Man, that nigga, he run like it's. You think the ground going just shatter apart because he'll start, and there's a couple of times he hit the hole. I'm like, man, who gonna hit him?
Yeah, nah. Cuz be running hard. Rasheed Rice too. I feel like that's the thing with them. They is run after the catch type of guys, so it don't take too much. Just get the ball to them and they could just do their thing type shit. But all right, y'all. I'm finally in the crib. I got the cam up for this jump. The Arizona Cardinals beat the Philadelphia Eagles 35-31, y'all. What the fuck did I watch? Now listen, I was in here ready to be like, oh yeah, it's New Year's Eve. We done popped the Don Julio on them. Julio Jones, 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? It's 21-6 at halftime. I'm getting ready to talk shit about the Giants next week. I turned on that motherfucking game. What did I see, y'all? James Conner, Michael Carter going crazy. Michael Carter did Eli Ricks so bad, he shouldn't even be playing cornerback for the rest of the season. Y'all got to see the highlight. When y'all see it, it's going to be crazy. He been getting cooked anyway, so I'm not really tripping. Sidney Brown, cuz they had 99-yard return. That's cool and all that. Woo, woo, woo. Jalen started off hot. But this shit is garbage, y'all. And this is the thing. I can have this discussion with y'all. Y'all know I'm real 100%. But I don't like the fact that every time it's in a post-game press conference, Jalen, the coach, anybody and their mother want to say, oh, yeah, we need to play better. We ain't at our best yet. It's something off. Why the fuck y'all keep volunteering that? Keep that shit in-house with a stone face because y'all going to have to deal with it anyway. But I can tell you one thing. It ain't going to be no motherfucking Super Bowl rematch. We still more likely to go to the bowl than y'all, though. I say that. Anybody could follow. Matter of fact, you could follow that, L.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all wasn't so. It's one of them games y'all wasn't supposed to lose. Like we lost last week to the Raiders. Like who the hell? These are games that I swear I think Vegas make their most money off of.
The fix was there, bruh.
Man, did you see that Raider loss? That joint was horrible. They had, not only were they acting like they couldn't catch, man, Pacheco didn't know if he wanted to take the hand off. I was like, oh my god, what the hell is going on? That joint was crazy. It was one of those Fickers games. But now, as far as that whole y'all got a better chance scenario, nah, because y'all still gonna run into that buzzsaw called San Fran. So I don't got it. again.
I know the Giants fan got something to say.
But on the other hand, see, there's a tradition in the NFL these days. It's called the Arrowhead Invitational. So I just want to make that clear.
Ain't
All right.
nobody even
Y'all
talking
not
about the
gonna have a home
AFC,
game. What are you
man.
talking about?
Are we gonna have a home game? They
Dom,
can't.
Dom, what you
It's
think? What you
been
think
five
with your
games.
hating
Ain't no
ass?
way we're gonna run it without
Hold it down for a second. L, let
it.
Dom go. With your hating ass.
First of all, I'm trying to find my cones. I can't find my cones to roll up. Second of all, why you have to bring the Giants in? Like, I missed last week. I told you I'm sorry about that. But you still talking about us. Worry about the team that you playing. You got another Pennsylvania legend out here running on y'all. James Conner said these some hometown teams he's coming for y'all. Uh, like
Not James Conner.
y'all lost the last minute touchdown, and honestly, y'all got saved last week from losing a last minute touchdown.
Saved last week.
So I missed it last week, but I'm here for all the smoke today. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, all right. What you think, Dizzy?
I ain't got nothing to say, man. It's like the fucking fourth time I listened to an Eagles fan to take the Eagles money line. Yeah, at this point, y'all just costing me money, so I'm gonna start betting against y'all. No offense.
Oh yeah, I could tell you that. The Giants was a 13 and a half point underdog as they should have been, and we should have smoked y'all ass. But I took the Giants on that line. I ain't gonna hold you. The way we've been fucking around, I took the Giants at 13. So damn it. Anybody, if anybody a 10-point underdog to the Eagles, Vegas trying to rake some motherfucking money in. I can tell y'all that for a fact. But we gonna get on. We're
Now, the
gonna
one
get
thing
on
I
to
will
the
say about your man Danny DeVito, man, he bring a crowd with him. He got his own cheering section.
he ain't even play today. They had Tyrod in that jump.
Oh Lord.
Okay, don't even bring up that white nonsense.
We gotta get to these Ravens, man, for they feel neglected. They probably feel like they should be the number one team talked about before them Chiefs. The way they smoked the Dolphins. Dizzy, what you think?
Action Jackson, shout out Lamar. Is the MVP his? Can we say that?
It's a lot.
That boy putting on. Everybody's saying he don't play good towards the end of the year. I guess he heard it and he fixed it for sure. Because that made them the AFC favorite today for sure. If you don't got the Ravens as the top team, I don't know who. Like, sorry, Chiefs fan, but like
Yeah, say something. Say anything.
Arrowhead Invitational.
Y'all not
Baltimore.
getting no home field advantage. Y'all gotta go to Baltimore, bruh.
All
Baltimore
right.
locked up the number one. What are you talking about?
It's a wrap. Lamar not even playing next week.
He not playing next week, and he got the following week off. Let's just hope that because that's what messed him up in
Ooh, true. The last
2019,
Right.
MVP.
and that also messed him up. I think in 2022.
Now I
Like
don't know if y'all was
they had those extra weeks off, and he came into the playoffs, and he just looked um tired,
Facts.
looked out of order. But for the season, they're the team to beat. I give them that. I thought today was going to be a little bit more competitive. I thought Miami had it. I thought they little woes of like teams that are over 500. They showed up against Dallas last week, and then today it was holding. They were holding the lead. Next, I left because I'm West Indian. You got to make sure you clean everything before the new year. So I went to go clean. I came back. That score was crazy. I said, "How does this happen?"
Nah, I feel like you right on the Dolphin side, but the Ravens and the Cowboys, like the shit that the Ravens been doing to the playoff teams is crazy. Like they did this same shit to the Lions. They did this same shit to the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? Anybody you think is cool, they done spanked them over the knee real quick, belt off. So I gotta respect them. I got Zay Flowers. I was having a debate with my man's at work, Baltimore fan. He telling me Zay Flowers the best rookie receiver. I'm telling him like, bro, Puka Nakua got he top 5 in the league in receiving. Y'all stop what you doing. But Zay, he had 100 plus today, the big 70-yard touchdown. He a real good receiver. Number one, not really as important because his team gonna go further in the playoffs.
I can agree with that, but I definitely wouldn't agree with him being the best rookie receiver. You know,
Who was the other
that's just foolish.
prospect you said?
Rasheed Rice second, and
Ain't
Tyreek
nobody even
third.
bring up Rasheed Rice, man.
Nah, but it was nah. I'm just commenting on the fact that your man said that Zay was best rookie receiver. That's impossible. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
How much? How much Rasheed got?
After the day, should be looking at like a 900.
Zay was at like 750, so he like 850. It's debatable. Rasheed nice, but Zay got them Jets, boy. Zay real live run 4-3, and he can run routes.
So you saying Zay is faster than Tyreek? Nah.
Nah. Well, even on a bad ankle, he ain't faster than Tyreek. But I fuck with Cuz though. Fuck with him. So hold up, real quick. You you really think y'all gonna beat the Ravens in the playoffs?
No.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
told you that back in April.
Oh, here we go with this conspiracy theory shit. Man,
I
this
was
is
just
this is
back in
matter of
April.
fact, this is right on time. Because the only conspiracy I believe is Jerry Jones paid off the motherfucking refs on Saturday night. So let's get to it.
All right.
Let's get to it. I had bread on the Lions too, so I'm bitter. Yeah, I'm bitter. Talking about some cuz ain't report when you know he did. The audio out, the video out. It's too many motherfucking cameras around. And it was just weird how Detroit was just playing that whole. I didn't even think they was going to score the touchdown for real, for real. I had seen the score leaving out from work. It's 20 or 30. I'm like, oh, this shit over. Come back, they down one. I pull up the game. They going for two. And Jared Goff, you had money on the Cowboys too. What the fuck was that pass at the end? My fault, y'all. I can go on all day. Am I wrong, Dizzy?
Nah, man. Vegas had a hand in that, bro. That's the only explanation. Yo, you know how many Detroit fans bet their house yesterday that both their teams was gonna win yesterday? Do you know how many of them bet that and had it in the bag?
The Detroit parlay is crazy.
Yo,
Nah,
I
did y'all see that tweet that was like, in order for the Lions to win, they had to sacrifice the Pistons?
Mm,
yo,
Damn.
mm. Hey, but look,
AK had nothing
even if he
good.
did check in, it was like two other cars they could have hit him with.
But the two other causes was because they reported the wrong person. So when you lining up and you looking at 70, obviously if you think 70 is the receiver because they reported wrong, you're gonna line up with 70. So that one was wrong. Um it was all three of them pulled up next to the ref to like just talk, but it was 68 that spoke to them. 68, they all three showed up so that they could cause confusion if they not listening, because obviously the crowd getting loud when they on defense. So if you're not listening for that call, you listen for the call, you hear 70, everybody lining up against 70 when it was 68 who reported. It's just, it was wrong on the refs. I think Jerry Jones, he sold his soul by finally linking back up with Jimmy Johnson. That's when he, because now that little curse that he has is over. That's the real one he sold his soul on, not the rest. He said, I gotta make this right. It's been too many years.
Mm.
That's funny as shit. That is funny. My that shit just blew me. I ain't gonna hold you. Cause I mean, you could tell the Lions was like fuck it. Yeah, we could be high up in the standings, but we in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? We won a division. We happy with what we did. We just here just to be here. You know what I'm saying? We like some little kids in the playground. Like, let's go for two. Okay. Like, I don't know.
That
That
coach,
whole game was just weird to me.
that coach, he has a lot of the players like backs. He has a lot of their support, but he too experimental. That man be just doing shit to do shit, and it works. It worked a lot this year. The last few years where like they were losing, like they were like 2-15. It was a couple of plays that could have went his way that would have had Detroit a lot better those
That's a
few
fact.
years. But he too experimental. He too fuck it. Like he get to the line, he be like, do it. Let's go.
I'm fucking with him for that. I'm fucking with him. You gotta,
Right.
you gotta break a culture. Like he came in the door to change that whole outlook of that team, and that's exactly what he's done. So I'm 100% behind him taking chances, doing what he got to do to get his team them wins. They go tie the game up. It goes into OT. They lose. Now he's thinking back, damn, I should have just trusted my offense to go for two. No, fuck it. You live and you die with them type of decisions.
You agree with that,
Yeah.
L?
Yeah, 100%. But I'm gonna go back to last season when they played Green Bay, and this is how you knew the league was already fixed to be a good team. When they beat Green Bay, and then your man ended up going to Jets. First game of the season, they had to fix him to beat us. You already knew what it was.
The fix.
Oh yeah,
I knew
What
somehow
fix?
this shit was
A-Rod
coming back
lost
to
his
the
damn
Chiefs.
How does it
Achilles.
always
What
go
fix?
back to the Chiefs?
I tell you why. Y'all remember the commercial they kept playing that night?
What commercial? Was it a Taylor Swift commercial?
Nah, not the Taylor Swift commercial. The joint where they was sitting in the little room, and your man from SNL was on, and they had your man from the Bengals, Chase, the other nigga from Miami, and Mahomes
You
was
talking
on a
about the commercials
teleprompter.
where they talking about the scripts?
Yeah. First thing they
Alright.
told Mahomes was, "Yeah, we gonna write you off this season." Now look at this punk ass season.
Hey, he could have
Look
tore
at this
his
punk
fucking
ass season.
Achilles like A-Rod. He's still in it. They didn't say write him out. They said write him out. That would be an injury. They didn't say give you them bum ass receivers.
Nah. But see, that's the thing. How they bum ass
That's
receivers
a
when
different
you just
storyline.
won a bowl with them 7 months before.
He won a bowl with Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce has been fighting a lot of injury this year. He started off rough. He has been trying to get his way back. And then also he dealing with that fuck ass storyline outside of football.
That's why I
That's the
fuck
real
with you,
problem.
Dom. Speak on that shit, Dom.
That's the real problem. Tell that nigga to focus. He out here traveling to Europe and shit because she out here premiering her movie and shit. Tell that nigga stay home.
Hey, now I tell you what.
When he was dating that boutique bitch, he ain't have to go travel all around the world for dumb
You
shit.
hear me?
Right. But watch this. 8 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons with Taylor Swift. Not one, not two, not five, 8. Ain't no other better tight end ever.
You know damn well he don't look like himself this year.
8 consecutive. Hey,
Hold up, because I see my man Dizzy shaking his head at the bottom. I know why you do, because we done turned this shit into a Chiefs conversation when we talking about the motherfucking Lions. Now listen, the point that I wanted to make on this shit y'all was talking about, I can speak to it from an Eagles fan perspective. Doug Peterson, he was the type of nigga that went for fourth downs 100% of the time, ended up winning the Super Bowl, and then getting fired in 2 years. So both could happen. Hopefully for the Lions fans, it happened in that order. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna
I
get
think that
on.
whole
Go ahead,
getting
bro.
rid of Doug Peterson was a little too quick anyway, but that's another day.
That's
right.
fair. That's fair. Talk about it. Next game though. Colts beat the Raiders 23-20. What you think about this one, Dizzy?
Uh, I knew we was gonna get it done. I looked at. It was funny. I had looked at like the stats this year, the Colts defense, and like when you watch the game, the numbers don't really match up. But then
Mm-mm.
in the moments where you need a defense to play, you see where those numbers come in. And shout out to them for keep pushing through, man. Because honestly, we probably gonna get bounced in like the second round.
The second round. How you
Yeah,
skip the
Mm.
first one?
listen. I'm trying to just be a good fan and say we good and say we get a first round
Like y'all
dub.
gotta buy something?
Nah, but you know,
Nah, but respect though. You don't feel like y'all could get nobody problems? Ain't no op in the field up top. Miami.
I feel like I feel like we could get those teams that's streaky. You know, them ones that come to play one day and then don't show up the next one. Like if we run into a Miami team that played today, hell yeah.
Nah,
It'll be
no
like,
funny shit though. I was thinking about this earlier. That go for anybody. Outside of the Ravens, for real, for real. I feel like anybody that play anybody should feel like they could win.
but
Besides the Ravens, that's the only real team that you like. The Ravens and some days San Francisco. Like San Francisco, the teams that are like obviously at a lower tier, they show that. Like they obviously had like issues when they played teams that are a little bit at their level. So I'll give them as like the team in the NFC that like any given day you got to bring your best when it comes to them. Um yeah, Miami has shown it. I think not to get ahead of myself, but I think Miami going to lose next week and Buffalo's going to take the division.
Damn.
So, you don't even have to worry about Miami cuz you're going to have to go to Buffalo. That's going to probably be what y'all worried about.
um, who's home next week?
Buffalo, I think.
I can see them losing.
Mm.
Yeah. Buffalo beat the shit out of them earlier this year. And they just been owning them
That
like
was in Miami,
playoffs last
right?
year. They got them
I feel
too.
like that was in Miami.
It probably was. Um, as far as like the AFC, the Colts and all that shit, I mean, Jonathan Taylor came back today. He was back last week, but almost 100 yards today. You know what I'm saying? The Colts, they just one of them teams, bro, where it's like, it just seemed like they not going to beat theyself. Like, y'all don't really be having too many games where it's like, oh, fumble return for a touchdown type shit, or like a 3-pick game or a bunch of penalties. It's just like y'all gonna be right there in that 20 to 24 range, depending on what happened. Minshew a vet. But I want to say this one point though. Give Antonio Pierce that motherfucking job, no matter what happened the rest of the season.
Giant
Dom, I know
legend.
you know what's up.
Giant legend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I looked it up. It's actually at Miami, so we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, a little bit warmer. I heard it snowed this year in Florida, so who knows what the fuck the temperature gonna be. Um,
Now, here's why I'm gonna say no to not giving him the job. I mean, he granted, the league has tried to shine a light on the fact that he was a defensive minded coach. They went out there and played better defense. Okay, woo woo. But they damn sure ain't sure of this game. That defensive line did nothing. Jones did nothing. That's it. Now, keep in mind, this was the same team last week that
uh-huh.
supposedly,
That
you know
whooped
what I
up on
mean?
y'all. They got you
Right.
sounding like a hater.
Supposedly, you
They're
know what I
very
mean?
streaky, but they don't have a quarterback. I can't even tell you their quarterback name.
Uh,
They don't have a
he's
quarterback.
some Mexican dude. I forgot
They
his
they
name.
they don't have a quarterback, but they had a week where they scored 3 points. They had a week where they scored 63.
Yeah. Yeah,
But honestly, last week they defense beat y'all. That loss was on Mahomes more than it was a win by the Raiders.
definitely. And I feel
Hmm.
like even with the offense scoring 3 and 63, like the defense still showed up. Even in the 63 jump, they was running shit back. Like that's impact. That's and creativity on top of it. Because I always remember him playing with the Giants for that play in the Super Bowl when they was
Right.
playing against the Patriots undefeated. The nigga turned his back on the blitz and went. As soon as they snapped, he turned that shit right back around straight to Tom Brady, sacked him and all that. So he just got that type of mind, bro. Get that man a job. Stop playing.
Let them get their quarterback. You already got your wide receiver. You got a talent at wide receiver. They already got some good people running back wise. You got that the dude who broke my quarterback's leg on defense. What's his name?
Who,
Crosby?
Crosby? Or
Yeah.
Crosby?
Crosby is the one who broke Daniel Jones ACL. Nasty hit.
Mm.
um they have the pieces. They have a lot of stuff that like they're supposed to be there. And he's doing what he can with like an a very minimum offensive scheme. It was like a couple of games ago, he didn't have that boy throw. It was like a couple of just run it, run it, run it.
Right,
Like,
because the only person that showed up on offense today was Adams.
exactly. So give him the job, put a real team behind him, and let's see what he do. He's already creative enough with like the scraps. Let's see it.
Real shit, real shit. Dizzy, close it out.
Nah, that's a fact. Let him get it. I mean, I'm always, come on, man. Gotta be happy for a brother, man. There ain't too many brothers head coaching, so let's see what they can do and actually give them an opportunity. Don't just judge them off some some fucked up standards like of a situation. Like it's like me giving you trash and then telling you to give me back a present. How do I look like? What am I expecting to honestly get back from you? That's me setting you up for failure. And nah, I'm not with that. Especially for black coaches, they ain't. Nah, give them a fair shot, please.
Really quickly, shout out
Now,
to the
speaking,
one black coach who always do it. Cause
yeah,
I don't
that's
know
what I was
how
getting
the
ready to
fuck
say.
I don't
That's
know
what I
how
was
the
getting
fuck
ready to
Mike Tomlin has come out with another winning fucking
say.
season.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. I don't know how the fuck, man. He figured out how to grind that shit
He
out every
done did
year.
it again.
Listen, it's death taxes and the Steelers being over 500. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Facts.
man.
The fact that there's ever any discussion about trying to replace Mike Tomlin is crazy. And shout out to
Oh,
D'Amico Ryans too and the job that he doing with the Texans too. That should be a
mm-hmm.
He coach of the
little
year.
preview.
He coach of the year.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, closing the Dan
Nah,
Campbell,
they gonna end up giving that to Harbaugh.
Harbaugh, maybe.
I
I can't hear you.
Don't forget about Detroit.
I think all of this with a rookie quarterback
Possibly.
gives you a lot of like extra points. But hey, I I won't doubt those other two. But for me, give it to the nigga.
Mm.
Hey, Dog tried to bad time because she don't want to talk about these Giants.
No, I do want to talk about how they keep fucking breaking my heart in the last goddamn second. Cause these niggas are miserable. Oh my god. Last year we had so many plays that the last play went on our end. This year it's just karma coming back and just going that other way. It's so many games where the last motherfucking play they out here just breaking my goddamn heart. How the fuck you come back? You get the special teams fucking touchdown. You got 3 minutes. If you don't trust your goddamn defense to not let them score for 3 minutes so you could get the motherfucking ball back and try to hit a field goal, then why the fuck are you going for two? You had your quarterback on the bench. This is the first throw he's throwing. Cold as shit. All right, you get the ball back. The defense step up. You don't turn anything over. You get the ball back. You have time. You come down the field. We know what you're going to fucking do. It's no fucking wide receivers on the goddamn team. We know the ball is going in goddamn Saquon's hand. Defense collapse on that. Then we paid a goddamn kicker in the offseason. He get fucking injured. We bringing in this like the fourth nigga. We got Mason Crosby off the goddamn couch. All for him to fucking miss. Stop breaking my heart in the last motherfucking second. That shit happened last week too. And that pissed me off because I was ready to talk shit, Rob. I had your fucking contact up. I was ready to talk shit. I was ready to talk shit. But it is what it is. The Jets game, they allowed the Jets to come back with less than 1 minute. Another game this season, they allowed that shit to happen. The Eagles game last week. The game today. Stop fucking breaking my heart, bro.
All right, so I got a question for you now. Because you're saying your heart is getting broken. So you got to have some type of expectations. But I don't even know what type of team y'all is. Because at the beginning of last year, we didn't think y'all was shit. Then y'all surprised us. Then we was like, oh, y'all might be all right. And now it's like, nah, y'all probably what we thought y'all were. So what do you think y'all is? That's my question to you.
I think we're very close, but it's just like, it's fucking exhausted. I think we have a really good defense, but they get real tired because they out on the fucking field all the goddamn time. Because our offense ain't shit, because our offensive line ain't shit. We've been trying to fix this offensive lines since fucking Jerry Reese. Like, how many years does it take to fix a goddamn O-line? How many GMs do it take to fix a goddamn O-line? How many fucking picks do it take to fix a goddamn O-line? When the O-line was decent last year, Daniel Jones was able to do a little bit of something that made him look like he was okay. He was manageable. Literally, our best offensive lineman went down game 1. It was done from there. And then, like, every other Giant fan is just like, bring in a new quarterback. We need a new quarterback. You see what Denver just did? They said they can't fix it piece by piece. They got to get rid of something. A new quarterback so we could break his legs. They put out a stat today that the fucking O-line gave up the most sacks in the goddamn history. We put so many fucking people on IR. Like, get a fucking line. Get a fucking line.
The Jets need a line too. My fault. I ain't even go. Dizzy.
Well, I want to give y'all two receivers back. Y'all can take Richie James and Kadarius Toney back.
Well, it was a reason we traded. Kavarius Toney was he was a lot of mouth in the locker room. Richie James, we didn't trade him. Did we trade him to y'all? He was more so special teams. And it wasn't to that season that all of our fucking every last wide receiver we had that season got injured because the fucking turf at MetLife. The turf at MetLife, that monster has claimed so many people. So that had our wide receiver room down to like our 7th option. And that's the only time that Ricky had played that year he was special teams. That was the only reason he was there. And it wasn't until that the turf monster came and got every wide receiver in our room.
Dizzy, anything on the Giants? Or the Rams, my fault.
Yeah, the Giants, y'all O-line, like, you ain't got to say no more about the Giants. She said it all. They just can't get a healthy O-line on that field at the same time. Like, it just seems like mission impossible at this point. And if you ever watched the show before, you know, if we talked about the Giants, I'm not a Daniel Jones fan. So I don't think he'd be doing any better if he was there anyway. Honestly, he sucks and he robbed New York.
He robbed them people blind.
Listen, he did what he was supposed to do. You show up on a contract year. I can never blame a man for going to the bank on a contract year. Absolutely. But he shows flashes that make you go, maybe. And those flashes are when we play offensive line. Like, I don't want to blame it on that man by himself because
I just don't like the way he runs.
run, and then also with like the wide receivers we had last year and what he was able to do, I just want a better O line. That's all I want. That's what my Christmas gift.
I was about to
What I
say that
want this
shit.
new
That's
year.
it. That's on your Christmas list. That's crazy. I'm gonna close it out real quick and say, go on the Rams side. The Rams, looking a little shaky out there. But I mean, that's one of them teams, just like the Bills, that people saying, oh yeah, that's gonna be the number one sleeper threat contender in the playoffs. But they just as shaky, bruh. Anybody could be anybody. That's why these playoffs gonna go crazy. Low. Peace. Say what's up to the dog too. Don't be mean.
Hey, Poochie. Hey, you know they classified NFL as sports entertainment now. So,
I already said peace.
deuces.